The last team of tonight believed cities could make us all happier than we are today. Team F Factor wants to change the way cities are developed. Please welcome Tero Vanhanen.
Thank you. Hello, everybody. What I'm going to tell you is concerning all of us who are living in cities and the countries who are doing urbanization, because we think that we could do it a lot better and we really could help others also more better. So, I'm doing three things here. First, we want to help co-create a kissable townscape. It is fun. But also about social problems, we want to help collaboration between different kind of groups, persons, and of course communities, and make like a belonging feeling happening. For example, restaurant day there, so there won't be any loneliness, no social problems. And of course, we need business. We need better business. This is like a 100-year Finnish competition going on right now. So we need different kind of talents here. And this everything development usually is collaboration between people. So people are important. But of course, there's some challenges. I give you three challenges. For example, town planning process is pretty much pipeline right now, and it is very difficult to put scientific curve how these collaborations going on, but the users and the payers of apartments and the buildings, they are not part of this process, and it is a big problem, we think. Because the process should be a little bit like a platform process, then everybody can do the collaboration, and everybody can decide that what we are going to build when we are doing urbanization. And this usually takes a lot of shorter time when we are doing it this way. And who will decide what kind of urbanization we are developing here? And we think that environment really affects how the people are using it. There is two pedestrian ways, and the actions are a little bit different. If you don't believe me, there is a picture. And if you think about if the poet decides, or some romantic person decides how we can live and do the urbanization, there is Baden-Baden, a spa city. There is another kind of spa city, Nokia, Eden. If you give just an investor to do what he wants, it is pretty much like this kind. Of course, there is a housing also next to this place. If you just give every right to housing developer to do what they want to do, so perhaps there's this kind of atmosphere. And there's only Paradise Street going on, so if you don't believe this picture, so there is a written name of that street. And I have been working as a town planner in one part of my life, and town planning, it is nice to do urban blocks and so on, but when we are going inside this block, we buy a €500,000 apartment, and we have this on the window. So perhaps if you think only as a town planner, he or she doesn't really think how you live there and what you see. If you think of the building inspector decides, you can put this much your own style in your house. And is it quality or not, I don't know. But if we let everybody else decide, it could be a benefit if we are thinking about how the communities can start to be more mass flourishing when we are doing urbanization. And there is so much science inside these slides that I showed you. Actually, there is one approach in a hospital. There was like 40 years ago study that when the people are recovering from the surgery, somebody is looking out of the window the green area, and somebody is looking at a brick wall. And there's one day that these people get away from the hospital who are looking the green part. So there is like thousands of these kind of teams in our urbanization plans that science could be the key factor there. And if I get sick, I will go to the Helsinki hospital and I probably never get off there. So, but anyway, my last part is that we of course have to do somehow demonstrations how this kind of new approach could work. And we have now this Otakela area that we are going to do like a global flourishing business place to get money for the university and everybody else here to make better place of the world and so on. So we really need jobs and companies and money. And this is what we are doing here. We are very easily can put like a slush happening going on every day, every year, all the time there. And we could put like towers a little bit perhaps. If the Alibaba wants to make a Eurasian headquarters here, it is fine. We can get money to do some good for it. And it is very easy to sketch these kind of things. I did this in 15 minutes once, so we have tools to do this collaboration. And of course, service business is one key factor here. We think that the city can be a service. It is a more resource-wiser and a more cheaper, not just put some expensive buildings, but think about through the whole actions. So there is 3 things that we are going to do. A guidebook, perhaps an application in the net, and of course this demonstration of new flourishing planning. And in the end, there is like a tons of different kind of science approaches in what we are now doing, and this is so big challenge that we really need different kind of people here working together. Thank you.